Well, I'm back with my experiment for what I am calling my Child of Liberty for my city. Yes, it's a Star Wars set and it's really little, but I made some modifications. So this isn't really a mock, it is more of a modification. What I did is I took another box, I used the one I had already put together, then I decapitated him, and I dismembered him and took off his arms, but I'll show those to you later. From the second set, I still have bags 7 and 8 that I didn't use because those are all for the head. And then I have this pile of bricks, which I'm losing all over the place. Yeah, I'll find that later. Left over. So, and since I'm looking for dark tan bricks, this is going to work out quite well. Anyways, this is what I did. So this is the inner structure for the first one I had actually built. I left that intact, but I did take some of the extra pieces. I had to add them to the bottom because in order to get these studs to line up for a snot build, you have to have 2 plates in between. Now, I did the other one, but I didn't do the top part for his robe, and I didn't do his little headpiece in here. Now, it's going to be quite simple, because there's plenty of studs to connect to. So there's our new structure. Then what I did is I took each side of his robe. You can tell it's a little bit bigger now. Hopefully you can see the detail from there. But what I did is I split it. Well, if this were the original, I split it by taking off this top plate. And then I put them back together, adding the full sections, but I had to watch out here and here, make sure I use tan so the light tan, or the dark tan, so the light tan and the light bluish gray didn't show. And then I just started using the extra pieces to make what I thought was a decent pattern. And this guy just snaps on right there. Did the same thing with the back piece. Back piece is easier because it's just got 4 of the 8x8 plates instead of the 6x8 plates and then some miscellaneous plates. So this was quite easy. I did have to add some pieces that stuck out right there, and I'll show you why I did that in a minute. And this guy is going to go on. So there we've got our front, we've got our back, and then this is his right arm. This one wasn't as bad as the front. It does have 2 plates right there, but those were easy to put on. And then I was debating if I should leave the arm the same. I did leave this arm the same because, as you know, he's going to be my little Statue of Liberty. And the Statue of Liberty is holding a book. And so I thought, okay, I'll use this arm for the book. And we'll just attach him. And we'll see if I have a problem, which I do. I clearly misjudged this one, as you can tell. Don't know how that ended up happening because I did the same thing I did with all the others, but it's a little too tall. Well, it looks like the rest of this video is going to have to wait a little bit because now I have to deconstruct and shorten these. I thought this may happen, but I had them all standing up and I thought they worked. It clearly was wrong. Be back in a little bit. Okay, all fixed. It was the same thing as the gray plate I was trying to cover up, and I knew a piece had fallen off when I was trying to break it apart, but I couldn't figure out where it went until I put it together. Anyways, this is, let's see, we've got there's his front. So now the final touches were the arms. These took me probably twice as long as the rest of it. So this is his left arm, the one where he normally holds his ball in, but I wanted him to be holding something like the Statue of Liberty has the book, and I wanted him to hold that. So what I did was I basically duplicated the arm, but I had to take off the cuff. So you see they've made basically a cuff for his arm to poke out on. Then I had to notch it so it would bend to the angle, and that's about all I could get without losing the integrity. And just kind of made them match a little. This part was a little tricky because I couldn't use these, and I fortunately had enough plates, and it's all smashed together. Now we get to see if it even works, because I haven't tried this out yet. Voila, he has an arm. And then this arm was even trickier. So the first thing I had to do is, because I wanted the arm to go up so it could hold a torch of some sort, or thinking about putting his little knob on a long rod, but I had to reverse this one. So I had to build this one, basically a mirror image of the original. And then this part was quite tricky, because although you have a lot of the bricks with the studs on 3 sides, I had to cover both this side and this side. So I had to alternate the bricks, in the black corner bricks and then the dark tan, excuse me, 2x bricks. I eventually got it worked out. His arm can move quite a bit, and that should give me just enough. Now the moment of truth. I think it's going to hit his body. Yep, hits his body right here. Okay, that was an easy fix. So here's his arm that I made. I had to remove the pieces right here so it could bend back farther. He can't go up like that because then he hits the body. And then that was really all I had to do. So now his arm sticks out like that. He can hold whatever he's going to hold. And then, okay, I have another problem. I forgot about his ears. Didn't even think about that. But hey, look, there we go. He's just gonna have to look that way. That'll work. So there is my soon-to-be Lego Cities Child of Liberty. I think it worked out quite well. And then if I build a base, maybe like that, he'll actually have some decent proportion to make him look a little better. Could even bring it up like that maybe. Who knows? Hope you enjoyed this little modification. I'll see you next time.